What's up and welcome back to my channel. Now listen, I apologize if I seem a little frazzled. I have literally been talking for the past 20 minutes about this subject that I'm about to talk to you about, and I never hit record. So here we go again. I'm gonna try to pull out the magic for you guys again. Now, y'all love when I do these types of videos, when I talk about police cam videos and I break them down for you guys. So I'm gonna hit you with another one today. But I do want to warn you that I am not going to play any part of this video. I am solely going to put the link to the video in the description box below so that you can watch it for yourself. Number one, because if I post any part of that video in here, YouTube will go nuts. They'll take the video down. They won't monetize me. Or, well, the other reason is because the video is like almost 40 minutes long. And it would take forever for me to insert clips from that video, explain it, stop, all this other stuff. So rather than do all that, I wanted to let you know ahead of time that we're just going to talk about it. So if you have to pause this video really quick, come back to it, go ahead and do that. Or if you prefer to listen to my commentary and then watch the video for yourself, I'm sorry, I have the hiccups, and then watch the video for yourself, you are welcome to do that as well. Let's get into it. So today we're going to talk about a video clip that was sent to me in my DMs on Instagram. And the title of the video was African-American Woman Hogtied in the Back of Aurora Police Squad Car as she pleads for her life. Please, master, I'll obey. So, I mean, who wouldn't click on that, right? I watched the video. I was horrified. I thought to myself, well, here it is. Another video, but a true representation of poor police behavior. This is the saddest video I've seen. I can't believe this, okay? But then I stopped because who I am is not just to watch a clip and have a reaction. I told you guys this many times. Facts matter. I always do my legwork. I always do my research. So I went to my trusty websites. I found the full video and I watched the full video, every last second of the full video. I know that some of you guys skip through videos because a lot of times you guys drop comments in my in my comments box and make comments about things that I posted or talked about in the video that you weren't aware of because you didn't watch the full video. So I want to tell you, to those of you who are serial skippers of videos, please, if you watch this video, commit to it, watch the whole thing, because it's not going to be the same experience if you don't, okay? And if you haven't seen the short clip video that's floating around the internet or on the news, watch the full video first before you watch the other video. And the reason why I say that is because when the media posts these types of things, they know that the only thing they have to achieve in you watching that video is to trigger your emotion. If they trigger your emotion, if they trigger a bad memory, if they open up a wound that you yourself have with a situation similar to this, it doesn't matter if you see the full video after that, because you have imprinted in you the image that they wanted you to see, the narrative that they wanted you to believe, okay? So do yourself a favor if you can and watch the full video first. It'll change your life. So let me try to summarize for you what this situation was about so that you can get an idea, okay? So Shantae Kelly was, some people in a park or on campus or something like that called the police on her in Aurora, Colorado, because she was beating up another woman in public, okay? She was being a disturbance. She was drunk in public, so she was acting a little crazy. And Officer Levi Huffin from the Aurora Police Department arrived on scene to address the situation, and Miss Kelly was not really obeying commands. So after some, warnings, he had to tase her, okay? Now the video that I post below actually picks up from the part where he tases her, but I have read the report and it details it before, what happened. Either way, he ends up tasing her. She's laying on the ground, perfectly fine. And he, tells her she's under arrest for beating up this woman, for being drunk in public, for being a disturbance, okay? He handcuffs her hands behind his back. You know, he is telling her what she's under arrest for. She starts saying, well, why? Why am I under arrest? I have a job. I'm going to school. And he's like, well, you're not going to school or your job tomorrow because you're going to jail, okay? This woman, from this point on, begins to like just hit this officer with every single thing she can hit him with, from I got a job, I got to go to school tomorrow, to I got a girlfriend, I'm gay. Oh, you don't like that I'm gay? Oh, are you homophobic? Oh, are you against women? Oh, wait, then she accuses him of being a racist because she's black, excuse me. Because she's black and he's arresting her, that obviously means he's a racist, right? So he's not responding to her. She's walking to the cop car with him. I mean, you have to watch the video. I was going to write a list, but I got to like number 20 of the things that she came up with as to why she was getting arrested, other than the fact that she was beating somebody up and that's why she got arrested, that I just gave up on writing the list. And I was like, listen, they can watch the video and see for themselves. So where the video clip that was sent to me in YouTube picks up is when she is in the back of the cop car. So the video that I saw on, I'm sorry, not on YouTube, on Instagram that somebody forwarded to me, picks up from when she's already in the cop car. She's already hogtied, okay? So what you see is a black woman face down in the back of a cop car, hogtied, crying for her life, okay? Just seeing that will traumatize you. You probably want to cry, okay? But when you see the whole video of how it got to that point, it's a different story, okay? Now, some of you may say, there's no excuse for hogtying people. Think again. This woman, you will watch it in the full video, was trying to kick the doors open, was trying to break the windows, would not stay still. This guy didn't start off hogtying her. He started off putting her in the back of the cop car normally, okay? Hands handcuffed, but she was sitting upright, okay? And she would not listen to commands when he kept telling her, stop hitting the door, stop hitting the window. If you keep doing this, you're going to get more charges, okay? She didn't care. She didn't care, okay? So Officer Huffine walks up to the window with his cam, like facing the inside of the back of the car, and he starts to narrate what is going on. You know, she's trying to kick my window. She's trying to kick my door. She's trying to escape. She won't listen. He even gives her one last warning while he's on camera, and she still refuses to pay attention. So he activates a policy that at the time was a perfectly lawful policy in their department, which was when a detainee is being unruly or is out of control. I believe they call it huddled is the technique. They huddle them, which means they tie their feet and they tie their hands, okay? So that they can, not tie their hands, but their hands are handcuffed and their feet are zip tied or tied or something. So he goes and tells the other officers he's going to do this because she's not being compliant. And they say, okay, you need help? And he goes, no, I got it. So he does it, and she throws herself down in the back of the cop car, face down. She's still on the main seat part. However, once he gets in the car and he starts to drive, she starts with, you're racist. I hope your kids die. I hope your wife dies. I hope your kids get raped in the butt. I hope your wife gets whatever. You're a slave owner. You're racist. You hate black people. You hate women. You hate that I'm gay. Every single thing. The guy is not saying one word. And bless his heart, okay? Because I am listening to this video and I am yelling at my phone, shut the hell up. Even like my kids, okay, who were like in the background, was like, what the hell is going on? That lady doesn't shut up. Like, does she ever? She's like a parrot. She's like over and over again with the same thing. Doesn't shut up. Finally, her attempts don't work, so she starts with the I can't breathe. Now, keep in mind that this happened August 27th of 2019. So this was before George Floyd, I can't breathe, okay? she starts with the I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Oh God. Oh God. And she's hyperventilating, right? She's not displaying any signs of somebody who is having problems breathing, mainly because she continues to talk and yell. Well, then she realizes that the I can't breathe is not working. So then she starts apologizing and talking about how she's, I'll give you $1 million if you stop the car or if you hurry up and get to the station because I'm really uncomfortable. Okay, I'm really a nice person. What's the other one? I'll behave. I'll listen. I mean, if anybody's ever had a screaming toddler in the back of their car, a parent, if you've ever had a screaming toddler in the back of a car, it was like that. It was just like, they are just like boogers flying out of their mouth. They're crying. If you looked at them, anybody who didn't know your kid would think that you beat them to holy hell. But you know that they're like pulling out every excuse in the book because they know they're about to get in trouble. Okay. So she's sitting in the back of the car and all of a sudden she thinks, well, maybe like everything I'm saying is not working. So now I'm going to, squirm my way off this seat so that I'm laying on the baseboard of the car. I don't mean to be laughing, but if you guys watch the full video, it's almost comical. She squirms her way down into the bottom of the seat. And she starts talking about how her head is jammed under the seat. Well, dumbass, if you wouldn't have put yourself there, you wouldn't be in that position. She starts talking about how her neck is broken. She's uncomfortable. Can you hurry up? Now, this is rush hour traffic. The officer's got to listen to her scream. She's, talking about, can you hurry up? The guy's sitting in traffic. What's he going to do? It's a 20-minute ride to the station. I'm sure he wants to get there as soon as possible. In fact, in the court documents, he even considered at one point pulling over, but then he thought, or pulling over and calling an ambulance to come get her. But then he thought, because she was a little bit like nuts at this point, calling an ambulance to come get her. But then he thought, with this traffic, how's the ambulance going to get through? He can get to the station faster. He talked through all the things that went through his head, right? Finally, you do hear him say, just shut up. Okay. And I feel him on that. Okay, you guys, I'm not a police officer. This is probably why I can't be a police officer, because I feel him on that. I would be like, just shut up. Shut up. But she wouldn't shut up. So, long story short, they get back to the police station and it takes 2 other police officers to get her out of the car and about 10 minutes to get her out of the car. Okay, remember that she was crying and screaming about how uncomfortable she was. She couldn't breathe, blah, 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 blah. But yet she wouldn't get out of the car. They were trying to help her. She didn't want to. She wanted to lay back there. She wanted to be back there, okay? They finally had to get her, like physically get her out of the car. And they were trying to avoid doing that because they didn't want to hurt her, okay? She had wedged herself between the seat. Now, I have been in the back of a police car, never been arrested, but I've been in the back of a police car. And it's a tight space, okay? It's not like your normal back seat. It's a tight space and it's made that way for a reason so that people can't move around too much back there, okay? Now, the officer was fired over the contents of this video by the current police chief, Vanessa Wilson, who has been the acting chief for 7 months because Nick Metz, who was the first chief, was asked to step down after the Elijah McClain incident. Yes, that is right. This is the same police department that handled the Elijah McClain incident. And as I was going down the rabbit hole of doing my research, because I do research, I found that there was a lot of controversy around the Aurora Police Department, well beyond this video and well beyond the Elijah McClain video. There were many, many instances that they did not handle so well and were held under a lot of scrutiny, so much so that they are now under federal and state investigation. Okay, so I want to state this. While I think this particular video with Shantae Kelly is being portrayed on Instagram and in the news incorrectly, okay, because there's really more to that story that people need to see and understand before they make a judgment. The Aurora Police Department clearly needs a complete overhaul of their policies and practices. They are a great example of a police department that could use some reforming, okay? I am not pro defund the police. If you follow me, you know that, okay? But looking at the evidence of the cases, they have had far too many situations where the officer could have acted differently, where a policy could have been eliminated, okay? Because this policy about huddling prisoners or hog-tying prisoners was actually done away with after the situation with Shantae Kelly that we just talked about. The officer that is under investigation, Levi Huffin, stated that they had been complaining about that policy to the chief for many, many months and nothing was done. Now, their complaint was that they really felt like it was very difficult for officers to hog tie and have people in the back of their police car and, you know, worried about, are they okay back there because they can't see them? Okay, so they actually, the police officers, many had filed a complaint against this practice and nothing was done until they got in trouble for this video. Now, keep in mind, this happened August 27th of 2019, but the video just became made public last week. So that leads me to another point. I really want to understand, in the climate that we are in right now, why we are releasing these videos to the public. This guy is already being tried. He has been fired from his job. He is in the middle of a trial right now. And there's going to be some consequences for the way that he behaved, because he even admits that he could have done a few things better. But I just don't understand what the intention is releasing this to the public. I don't really feel like this guy has to be tried in the court of public opinion. Now, I will say this, because the Aurora Police Department has had multiple cases where their practices have come into question, I really feel like them being under federal investigation and state investigation is good, but I really want to see something done. So I really hope that, the chief, Vanessa Wilson, and the mayor of that city, I forget his name, who the mayor is, that they really take this seriously and they understand that they're under a serious microscope, and they could really do one of two things. They could continue to operate like this, which I feel like they could use some improvement, or they can set the tone for how other police departments can handle things, and maybe have an outside source from another police department that, functions really well to come in and just audit their processes and talk to officers. You have to have people that aren't involved with the direct everyday, operations of the department come in and really investigate fully what can be improved there. So I really wanted to post this video for you guys because I really wanted to, number one, show once again how important seeing the entire video is, and number two, show that I do see when police departments really do need to work on things and aren't perfect. I really feel like this is a case of poor leadership, because at the end of the day, there are chiefs of police for a reason. They are the leadership of that police department. They're the ones that make all the calls. They're the ones that enforce the policies and procedures. And it's clear that in this particular police department, the ball is being dropped. Okay. So Aurora Police Department, do better. Do better, because you guys don't need another headline. Okay. I really hope that your officers get the proper training that they need to be able to deal with people properly. But that being said, no matter what state or city you are in, do not act a fool with the police, okay? And you will be just fine. This woman would have been sitting pretty and happy in the back of a police car. She would have been charged at the station with minor charges and probably released within a few hours. It would have been as simple as that. Now, this lady did not die. She did not have any injuries. I want to make that clear, okay? And all charges were dropped that they had against her. All charges were dropped that they had against her. So let me know what you guys think in this video. Sorry to be long-winded, but I wanted to get a lot of this in. Watch the full video. Let me know what you think. Drop a comment below. Like this video, share this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.